Belum masuk ya. Deng dereng deng deng. Gitu ya. Forgot. Forgot. Kan. Salah. Kita melanjutkan apa dulu? Ethos. The Eyes of the Ubohoth. Sebelum itu aku akan sharing. Bentar ya, sharing dulu. Good evening, Arjelian. Welcome to the stream. Bentar ya, lagi share link. Satu lagi, selamat datang di another stream of Cthulhu. Lanjut, kemarin day 4 ya, sekarang day 5 berarti. Apakah masih lama? Apakah ceritanya masih lama? Scene-nya masih kurang 3 sih. Masih lama sih ini. Ini masih kurang 3 sih. Masih lama sih ini. Game. Bener emang. Yuk kita langsung saja. Ini ya. Day 5. Here we go. Day 5 here. Go. July tanggal 25 ya. In my dream, I was once again standing in front of stone statue. It was the statue that I had attempted to destroy the previous night. Suddenly, I heard the expected light lah. Ya mulut tuh masih ini nih. Mulut tuh masih kebiasaan gagu segala macam. Ya pokoknya ada whisper lah ya. Use the power of the. It felt as thought the words were echoing from somewhere within my body. I reached out the statue. As I touched it, gray liquid shot from my fingertip. Wait, what? Gray liquid shot from my fingertips? Huh? How? The dark liquid dripped onto the statue, corroding it and causing it to lose its form. The forms around me stirred and began to panic as I revealed in satisfaction at having destroyed the statue. I felt gaze upon me. Kayak Spider-Man dari fingertip, tapi kayak kalau finger ya telunjuk ya gitu. Kayak apa ya? Kayak ini nih, apa sih namanya? Kayak itulah. Perspektifnya Gojo lah. Perspektifnya Gojo. Yang Aka. Ada. The same thing was happening again, just like the day before. One from remained still watching. Everything in this world looked wrapped and fuzzy, making it difficult to make out faces. However, I somehow knew this was the same being as always. Impressive, okay? The scene gradually faded to white before I woke up. I had a dream of destroying the statue. However, the sensation of that gray liquid pouring from my fingers still felt so vivid. It gave me the strange feeling that not everything I experienced was just a dream. After waking up, I stared down blankly at my hand. Stared down blankly at my hand for a long while. They were just my ordinary hand. I wondered if if what I'd done would be helpful to Hikitsune. I decided to tell Hatsumi and Reiji my dream.
それって本当？ゆきつねさんの言ってた通り、君の見る夢ってただの夢じゃないんだ。
Really? So Yukitsune was right. Your dreams aren't just dreams.
夢の中の出来事が現実に影響するなんて本当にあり得るのか？俺は未だに信じられないんだが。
Yes. Warna gamenya I don't know. Can something from a dream really affect reality though? I find that hard to believe. Wow, 100% guys. Persen. Gua volume pasti 100%. Like Reggie, I had my doubt. However, I couldn't deny the strange sensation I still felt in my hand.
手応え？すっごくリアルな夢だったとか、そういうこと？どんな
What do you mean? Like your dream felt super realistic or something? What does it feel like? Atsumi's eyes shone with curiosity. I wasn't sure how to explain it, so it was too hard to pull the experience into words. As I searched for a way to answer, my phone went off. It was a message from Yukitsune, Speak of the Devil, or what they say. You broke the statue for me. I see. Thank you. It would seem the seal has also been broken.
石像が壊れたって、こっちから何も言ってないのに伝わってんの？
Ya, kakak baca yang kedua ya udah ya. Wait, what? He knows you broke the statue?
マジなんだな。
Is this for real? Reiji looked a bit disturbed. His message said to come to Mountain Kiraga. Where was that?
この島で一番高い山だね。ロープウェイで登ると眺めが最高なんだ。
That is the biggest mountain on the island. It's even got a cable car with the most.
でも夕方には閉まっちゃったと思う。
But I think it stopped running early evening. The kitsune message said to come at sundown.
じゃあロープウェイは使えないな。車では行けないのか？
Guess that rules out the cable car. Can you get there by car?
行けるけど。
Yeah, but Atsumi seems hesitant.
なんだ？ロープウェイに乗りたかったのか？
What is it? Did you want to ride the cable car?
そういうこと じゃなくて、昨日みたいな人たちが追ってこないといいなって思って。
No, that's not it. I was just thinking I'd rather not get chased by those people from yesterday. Atsumi was referring to what happened at Kiragara Villa. We hadn't been followed in far, but Atsumi must have been tense the entire drive back. It was only natural she would be concerned.
ごめんごめん。気にしすぎても仕方ないよね。杞憂かもしれないし。
Sorry, never mind me. I'm sure I'm just worrying about it. I hope that it was the case. Holy moly. Kita harus ke Mountain Kiragara kan ya? Kita nge-swap dari tadi kata Yukitsune, he will exorcise the last one in Mountain Kiragara. He won't MC help. Ah, okay. Thank you. Lah, kok dia di sini? Loh, kok dia di sini? As we pass near Hokumyo Temple, I noticed Yukitsune heading into the temple grounds. What is he doing here? Exercising more evil spirits, maybe? You don't think Hotaru's temple has them, though, do you? If that was true, then the fact we were staying her made me a bit uneasy. We follow him?
あれ？
What? Why don't we just go ask him? A glimpse of Yukitsune's solemn expression made me hesitant to just approach him casually. If he secretly attempting something reckless again, I want to put a stop to it. And if I can't do that, I at least want to be of some help. Alright, fine. But if it looks like we're interrupting something, we'll leave. Got it? Okay. Yeah. We got it. Let's go. We followed after Yukitsune, making an effort to keep our footsteps as quiet as we could. This is Team Alpha, Team Omega. Do you read it? Over? Bener-bener kayak someone's getting into this. Well, yeah. It doesn't look like he's headed to the temple building. He's going around back. He didn't go far before he reached what looked to be his destination. This is cemetery? As we watched from the shadow, he stopped at one of the tombstones at I couldn't quite make it out what he was saying, but looks like he's the kitsune was facing a tombstone, offering a prayer. I wondered whose tombstone that. Before long, Kitsune chanting subsides. Now, the tree can come out now. Huh? Kitsune suddenly turned his gaze our direction, talking to. In his surprise, Reggie lost his balance. Ya, jatuh loh. And since we were all huddled together in our hiding spot, we all flopped to the ground in the heap.
Oh yeah?
So there was someone. Ah, it's you three. The kitsune gave a strained smile as he approaches. Can you stand? You're not injured, I hope. I brushed the sand from my clothes as I stood. Sorry about that. We were just curious about what you are doing. I had a number of questions. I was dying to ask him. How was my chance? Who tombstone is that? Someone with no one left to play. It is not a common thing to face that. Unless you found the story of Monk from the TNT, who continues his meditation now. In other words, lives. There are stories of such things too. What are you
そうだ
doing
ね
here? I was offering a prayer. Hmm. I was offering a prayer for the spirits of the dead. I may not look the part, but I'm still a monk. Fighting evil spirits isn't my own job, you know. I see. I wonder if you can really bring back the dead by finishing a reverse route. Not even Kokai or Buddha could manage.
そうだね
Restoring the dead defies the natural order. Even the most powerful wish cannot achieve such a thing. Among with hair so rare. Ya, kalau misalkan diperbolehkan boleh sebenarnya hair juga. Cuma lebih lebih apa namanya? Emang lebih 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 proper dipotong rambut. Aduh, ya ampun. Tidak. Lupa. Aku mau ke toilet bentar ya, guys ya. Bentar ya. Bentar ya. Ke toilet dulu ya. Biar. Ampun. I'm back. Ada. Taima modrimashita. Taima modrimashita. Okay. And even if they were to come back, they would not be the same person were in life. Yukizune's quiet narration left us all in silent contemplation. Well, I should be on my way. I have an exorcism to prepare for. Don't you three forget to come? Don't you three forget to come? See you there. Oh, ternyata emang kita berpapasan aja. Oh, Mitaba. I couldn't help but worry about Hotaru, so I decided to text her. I asked her to meet at the Abu Trans rice field. A gust of wind blew through the rice stall, filling the air with a rustling sound. I had a sense of unease I couldn't shake. What? Did you just want to me or someone? As I hoped, as I hoped, Otaru had been willing to meet me. I felt a brief moment of relief, though I could tell by her expression that she was upset. Given the situation, trying to be overly considerate would just end up offending Hotaru more. At the very least, it felt insincere not to face the situation head. Therefore, I decided to just ask her directly. Do you hate Hatsu? Hate? Hate is not a strong enough word. Can barely take care of herself. What give her the right to look down on me? He always so oblivious of the situation. Things he blurts about out are so annoying. She puts books back out of order. She can't even wait 2 minutes for cup ramen to cook. I respond with some criticism of my own. Hatsumi easily distracted by food, and when we're in danger, her attitude lacks a stance urgency. Her obliviousness has her saying the most absurd things out of the blue, and don't say such a things, it's not Hatsumi's fault. Otaro's expression turns to surprise. I guess she finally realized her own feelings. I guess as much from my interaction with her up until now, it would seem that Hotaru had been harboring some insecurities when it came to Hatsune. It was just hidden on the backside of the coin that was Hotaru's love for her. I asked her if she really didn't remember her promise from age. Then you can just make a new promise. Then you can just make a new promise. Hotaru left without saying another word. I can only assume she went home to think. Well, I would ask what I meant to ask, and said what I meant to say. Rest would be up to her. Friendship with Hotaru has increased. Ako sini dulu. The fire destroyed everything. Regret as much. Looks like a wasted trip. Anything managed to survive flames like those, it would be a sacred centerpiece of the shrine. We decided to revisit Kiraga Villa, which had burned down the day before. We figured it might be worth checking if anything had survived that could help in our investigation. However, it seems like our efforts were in vain. Fortune killers and blackened beams, all the remains of Kiragavila was a charred skeleton that vaguely resembled a building. The ground beneath was exposed and scorched, and be a broken landscape covered in ash and debris. We could see the remnant of the household appliance left form left the deformed and useless by the intense heat. They stood sadly among the rubble, covered in snow. My mind wandered to what could have happened if everyone hadn't gotten out in time. At the thought, I felt a drop of cold sweat run down the center of my back. The wind blew it violent intensity. We began to investigate the scene anyway, but found nothing useful in the end. Reggie headed back, pushing his way through the tall grass. There is no point staying here any longer. Let's find Hatsumi and go. A moment later, Reggie called out to Hatsumi as she peered into the shadow of the ruined building. Hey, Hatsumi? The wind tried to swallow Reggie's word. Hatsumi must have heard, though, as she turned toward us. Behind you! The next moment, a powerful impact struck me from behind. What the? The force knocked me off of my feet. I landed face first on the ground. The entire world was spinning, and I gotten the wind knocked out of me. Give it off. Damn. I hadn't noticed the pair of elderly men, probably part of the group that started the fire. No, they look like the couples of local suffering from sonambulism. They were dreamwalkers. One of them lunged at Reggie, grabbing for his face and arm. Ya, ada Dreamwalker. Untung bukan Rosary. Kalau Dreamwalker masih nggak masalah. Rosary yang bahaya. How is he strong? Some kind of limit release? And since when do sleepwalkers attack people? The Dreamwalkers were supposed to be a harmless oddity. When had they become a threat? I tried to pick myself up to go help Reggie, but the other man grabbed my neck with both hands. I frantically fought against his powerful grip. Dang, they became zombie at the Eldri has karena apa ya? Gak tahu dah. Karena mereka lagi mimpi kan, karena mereka lagi dreamwalker mungkin. But he had me pinned down tight. His wrinkled fingers digging into my neck, crushing my windpipe. Couldn't breathe. I felt the bone in my neck start to creak. My mind raced. Hatsumi wasn't going to make it in time. I could feel my consciousness fading. Guts. The old man grip around my neck suddenly loosened. I gasped, my lungs filled with air. Coughing violently, I slowly tried to steady myself. Umur hanyalah angka. Everyone can take. Wait, tunggu. Ya kapan matanya Reggie biru? Tunggu bentar. Kata Reggie emang biru apa gimana sih? Lupa. I saw Reggie in front of me, gently supporting the back of the old man. The look of pure intense solemnity in his eyes was piercing. The old man's body had gone limp, and he slowly collapsed to the ground. Glancing around, I noticed the elderly who attacked Reggie was also like limply. The man previously having behaving stressed now appeared alert, as if plans of malevolent, malevolent, malevolent influences. What happened? Had Reggie brought them back to somehow?
嘘。
Are you two okay? Oh iya benar, itu matanya Reggie biru. Iya matanya Reggie biru. Buset, Reggie kenapa? Wah Reggie ada apa ini Reggie? Wah Reggie, wah Reggie lu punya kekuatan apa Reggie? Lu kan gak minum kocak. Lah, dia kan gak minum ya? Mohon maaf nih, dia gak minum. What the? Hatsumi came rushing over in a panic. I waved my arms to signal that I was alright. What is this? Did you heal these guys, Reggie?
すごい。
That's amazing. What exactly did you do to them? Huh? Me? Hatsumi's eyes sparkled as she clapped her hand excitedly. But Reggie wore a confused expression. Kan? Bukan Reggie itu tadi. Gak cuma MC nih yang chosen one, Reggie what happened waktu lu lagi sendiri kemarin. Iya juga. I remember getting jumped by that old guy then what? It would seem Reggie didn't remember what he done. Hatsumi and I sum up the encounter to Reggie. He listening silently at first, but slowly grew more noticeable. Please.
おお。
Awesome. Did you think I've awakened some kind of hidden power? Buset, hidden power gitu.
ははは。
Looks like all the time spent visiting spiritual sites yesterday has paid off. Hahaha. Hey, don't look so smart. Was something happened to Reggie? Studying that strange power, he seemed like someone else entirely. It didn't look like he could do it again, though, so I couldn't do more than worry for now. The bigger problem was the fact we'd been attacked by presumably harmless Dreamwalker. The mysteries around us just seem to be keep growing. In any case, it was no longer safe here. We need to get moving as soon as possible. Friendship level with Reiji has increased. Let's go. Let's go. Nih guys, itemku. Transcript talisman, keychain alarm, keychain. Gue segitu. Oh nih bisa nih, lihat stat. Wah, statku. Laku 80, senseku 70, knowledgeku gak ada sama sekali. Precisionku jelek, willpowerku 50. HP ku alah. Could you see the stat? Ya ini statnya. Ini Hatsumi kan power 70, HP 90, knowledge 20, defense-nya, luck-nya, precision. Ini Reiji. fake friendship. Yang kurang si Hatsumi nih. Tunggu, tadi matanya mata biru ya? Tadi matanya mata biru kan? Wataru matanya biru. Wataru matanya biru. Apakah? Nigataki Temple, let's go. The video of Harasho with seen yesterday at Kiraga Villa. He also been given gray liquid called Ubohoth here at Onigatake Temple and been cursed. Ya tadi review ya kan makanya biru. Apa jangan karena lah. Kan kayak itu bukan Reji gitu. There was no mistaking it. The guy in the mask at this temple was the culprit. It was likely dangerous, but decided to look for him. Onigatake Temple has built beside this a steep cliff. In front of the main hall, there were selling fortune and charm, but I didn't see any sign of some. Oh, can I go buy a charm? Really? Now? Reiji looked annoyed at Hatsumi's carefree attitude, considering the seriousness of what we were here to do. It only take a second. I'll be right back. He ran over and bought a small charm that read traffic safety. After everything that happened yesterday, I want a protection charm. The incident at Kiraga Villa had been bothering her this morning as well.
No.
Traffic safety, huh? If you were that upset, I can switch with you. Do you want me to drive? No, I'm alright. But I'm just a bit superstitious, or is all. Obtain traffic safety charm. Hatsumi precision has increased. Ternyata yang lain bisa increase. Staircase has extremely steps. It may not be 300 steps, but that didn't make the climb any. I feel like there will be a plot. Yep. You think so? You mean you don't get all fired up when you see stairs like I shall conquer you? Nope. No way. Jeez, you two are too weak. No, Hatsumi was just too strong. Yep. Lu tuh gorila gitu loh. Gendeng. The area was dense with trees. It was midday, but it didn't feel all that hot. Probably because the tree provides so much shade. This climb is already enough. If we had to deal with the sun too, it would be nearly impossible. I agree. It was time like this I had to thankful of the power of the need. We peek inside the main hall. No sign of the maskman. Guess it was a long shot to begin with. Last time we came out of the temple office, didn't he? Shall we check there? As we approached the office, we saw the silhouette of someone inside and stopped in our track. What do we do? Should we knock? I grabbed Hatsumi's arm to stop her. Huh? What is it? Do neither of them see that? There is something grotesque in there.
は
What are you talking about? He looks like a regular monk. I don't even see a mask. Shoot. Whatever that was, it was no monk. It looked like a grotesque monster made of gray sludge. Sludge. It may have the fake shape of human, but that thing was not of this world. It reminded me of the liquid dripping from the nurse's body when we were in the basement of Akar Hospital. From the side of it, all they saw was a regular looking monk. Was there something wrong with me? This is Could this be an effect of the curse? In any case, I want that nothing to do with that monster. I grab Hatsume and Reiji and made to leave. Wait, what? We were not going to talk to them?
はあ
Whoa, what's gotten into you? I explained what I'd seen. What? Gray sludge?
マジかよ
I wonder if the curse is affecting your sight somehow. It sounded like.
ねえ
What about us? Do we look like blobs of gray sludge? No, they look completely normal. All the pilgrims we passed today look like regular people as well. The only one who looked like monster was the guy inside the temple office.
う
He
ーん
looked like any other mountain. Could it be he was the one we came? Or maybe he just wasn't wearing that mask today.
なあ
I don't know. He looked quite a bit smaller than the guy with the mask. I can't be sure, but I don't think it was the same person. Even if that were true, it's possible they were working together. We need to be careful. That thing definitely something to discuss. Yep. At least that is the feeling I got looking at him. I'm not sure what the best way to deal with himself. Do you think we should trust in your what should we call it intuition? In institution? Intuition apa? Intuition? Intuition. That probably best if Kimura sees a gray sludge monster. I saw was I say we steer clear of. I still wasn't sure what exactly was happening to me. All I could do was nod in agreement at Reggie's words. We've researched enough, so let's move to somewhere else. Kita yang bawah sudah, ya, kita bawah sudah. Kita ke sini. Souvenir shop. Kita beli-beli dulu. Akhirnya ke souvenir. Akhirnya beli barang. Wah, kamboh. Aku kamboh. Makin hari makin kamboh. Iya. Ya, kamboh doang. We stop by a souvenir shop. The shelves were packed with all kinds of local specialty items. Ever since arriving to this island, I've been caught up in curses and unexplained events. Just now, realized I hadn't purchased a single souvenir yet. Maybe taking the time to do some shopping would prove a nice change of pace. Saatnya investigasi. There was entire section dedicated to Abu Island mascot character. Abu Island man. Mug, plushies, towels, sweets. They had a little of everything. They sure have a lot of leaves related stuff. Yes, that makes sense with it being the local product. Reggie was wor- wait, Reggie was right. Olive oil was a given, but they also had olive in oil, soy sauce, and even chocolate. Maknya kambo ya, maknya kambo. Hey, check this out. Isn't it cool? Aku kambuh. Bentar lagi aku akan memakan manusia, gitu kan. Atsume was holding one of the walking sticks made for those on pilgrimage. A pilgrim staff. It's supposed to represent cookies, isn't it? That's right. I remember the priest at the main spiritual site explaining that on the first day. Well, I was actually thinking of getting one that first day we were here, but we got a car and heels don't really bother me. So I figured I didn't need one. But after seeing you kitchen exercise that gray water with his stuff, I knew I had F1. Atsumi pulled the stuff closer as if hugging it.
マジか。
You were like the kid who just buy a wooden sword. There's Yukitsune aside. That's not a weapon. The priest said those represent Kukai. If you're going to carry one, you need to treat it with care.
もう
I know that, and I will. You sound like a child who come home after finding a lost puppy. In the end, the only thing we bought was pilgrim stuff. Obtain pilgrim stuff. Oke. Itu kita ke tourist center, habis itu kita ke Kiraga, baru ke Saburo Henden. Aduh, kambuh lagi. Makin kambuh. We made a stop at Tourist Information Center. I wasn't expecting to find much information on the religious sect that had taken root on the island. After all, I had seen any posters of or flyers, yet the whole trip
うーん。
knew it was a long shot. Don't see anything. Wow, a reading event, huh? Hatsumi was looking at the poster on the bulletin board. It seemed to be an announcement for a novel reading event. I wonder if she is interested. I absolutely adore this novel. Such a captivating story. Apakah Rosary main masih? Maybe. Kan katanya staff di ini, John. Kalau misalkan staff di sini, kayaknya ada deh. It's a super mysterious story. Reggie's borrowing it right now. Don't you want to read after it's done?
おいおい。
Huh? That book you basically forced on me? I told you I'm not really into this occult stuff. Thought I did bring it with me in case I found something sometime to read on the trip. It apparently had an occult theme. I wonder what sort of story it was. How I should explain. He met a bunch of different gods and is sent on all sorts of errands. I don't want to say any more or I might spoil it. Hatsumi covered her mouth to stop herself. I still had no idea what of story it was, but I figure I'd give it a try if I got the chance.
No.
Oh, should we take one of these? Map, Gus. He was pointing at the stack of free maps of the island. It wasn't just a tourist map either. It had detailed map of back roads and routes for the locals as well. With this, we can find our way around areas that our cars GPS can't show us. Obtain Iceland map. Let's go. Banyak item nih sekarang nih ya. Aku lihat-lihat ya. Ya. Pour coffee dulu lah. Kita minum-minum dulu. Iya, aku makin kambuh. What's wrong? Iya. Ya, aku cuma kambuh doang kok. Santai. Like due to the... itulah. We found a cafe and taken a seat in the corner to take a break. Aroma of coffee filled the... Opening the menu, I saw names like Kilimanjaro. Wah, Kilimanjaro. And Colombia, written on both letters. Kilimanjaro. Oh, I think I'll get the chicken Korean sandwich. Hold on a minute. I thought we were going somewhere else for lunch. We were? This is just a snack. Hatsumi's stomach really was on a different level. I decided to just stick with the drink. Raffi, halo. Welcome to the stream, Raffi. Thank you udah mampir. I didn't know much about coffee though, so I wasn't sure what to get. Judging by their menu, this place seemed pretty particular about their coffee. Do you know a lot about coffee, Reggie? I'm not an expert, but my parents got all their coffee beans from a special shop. My personal favorite is the extra dark roast of Mandeling. Oh, Mandela Coffee. Mandela Coffee enak sih sebenarnya. This was the first I'd heard of Reggie being a coffee person. Made him sound kind of fancy. I'm not a big fan of really bitter coffee. Do they have something I might like? Let's see. Maybe this one from Ethiopia. Ethiopia is more acidic and a little sweeter. That sounds great. I'll go with that. Then what about you, Kyo? I think I'm going with the more typical coffee, but I wasn't sure which would be best. Maybe Brazilian roast. Their beans tend to have a balance between acidic and Brazilian pasti. Kalau acidic sama bitter pasti balance. I decided to go with that. We ordered Reggie's recommendation and Hatsumi got her. Ini yang nulis skripnya tahu nih masalah kopi nih. Ini yang nulis ini yang nulis ceritanya tahu kopi nih. Bener nih yang nulis. Gua as a penikmat kopi ya dan barista. Kenal kopi-kopi begini. The pleasant aroma of coffee made for a relaxing. Iya, detail. Tadi benar, Brazilian itu asidnya sama bitternya pas. Kalau mau yang rada sweet itu tadi Utopia. Itulah iya,
マジか。
paling susah tuh namanya ributnya. I'm not sure that's how caffeine works. Hatsumi's strength has increased. Hatsumi, strength lu udah gede, kocak. Strength lu berapa sekarang? GG. Strength-nya jadi 80. GG. Strength-nya ada 80. Bener-bener. Oh, ini information ya. Wih, kita dapat island map, pilgrim staff, traffic circle. Tuh, gak 4 Kalau coffee tadi ya. Tourism center udah. Kiraga Castle Spine. Tinggal 2. Kiraga Castle Shrine, it was smaller than I had expected, but it had a peaceful beauty to it. Small stone torii gate stood gently as if Jelas embracing something. How beautiful. I think this is where some warlord is supposed to be. Aduh, nggak nampak. Kan yang nambah itu, yang tandanya sendok sama garpu. Around 700 years ago, Abu Island was ruled by warlord. He is the main protagonist in love story that still perform in dance and plays today. However, his retainers and daughters were also the victim of an untimely death. I didn't see anything helpful for exorcising evil spirit, but the spot was at least relaxing. If there's not reason to stick around, then I say we get going. I agree, where should we head? What? Atsumi's entire body seemed to stiffen for a moment, and then her head and arm went limp. Hey, what happened? Uh, apa tuh? Kenapa tuh? They didn't look like some harmless prank. That voice carried a deep, intense resentment. I was pretty sure Hatsumi couldn't make voice like that. It was more like he'd been possessed. None shall be left alive. I shall curse you all to death. Wah, ini bukan Hatsumi. The next moment, the rest of Hatsumi's body fell limply to the ground. I rushed forward to help Reggie support her. Huh? Are you alright? Did I fall asleep? Hatsumi jumped to her feet. Wait, are you saying you don't remember what happened? I was growing accustomed to strange phenomena, but a mystery was still a mystery. Sorry about that. Looked like you two had to come to my rescue. Thanks. Puzzling, puzzling over it now wasn't going to help. All I knew was we had no reason to say it anyway. Friendship level with Hatsumi has increased. Itu yang aku butuh. Oh, friendship level, aku mulai friendship. Good. Good. Dua kali lagi. Satu. Kita ke Saburo's handmade noodle. Saat kita makan. Wah, tinggal satu, bener-bener tinggal satu. I was over. Save. I feel the power of the curse growing stronger, but for now, let's focus on exploring. I'm so hungry. Finally. This handmade udon place was apparently very popular. So the line had been quite long, and ignoring Reiji's impatient complaints, we waited. I can't wait. All that standing in line is going to make it taste much. Atsumi could be optimistic in any situation, but I suppose they say hunger is the best sauce. Raw sauce. I had standing in line. It's so exhausting. With all the waiting in lines in front of the pachinko parlor, I assume Reggie would be fine with it. Yeah, totally different. Can get udon anywhere, and it's all the same. With pachinko and slots and slot, your results are going to be totally different depending. Astaga, memang Reggie ini tepak pala ya. Slot mulu, gambling terus. Great. Now that he started, he wasn't going to stop anytime soon. Tied to the order. After a bit, the waiter brought out our udon. Wah, enak. The broth was clear and the noodles seemed to shine. Maybe it was just my mood, but these udon noodles seemed to glisten more than usual. This is delicious. Fine, it's not the same everywhere. The mysteries of udon brandy. Ya, ada semua ya, kita ke Mountain Kiraga. Kan udah tadi we headed for Mount Kiraga. There were some castle ruins at the summit that had been built in the 13th during the Nambokucho period. That was where I supposed to meet Yakitsune. Being at the highest point on the island, it was also very popular tourist destination. It would take along by car, and we likely have a great view as we drove along the winding mountain road. I saw human figure. Standing on the shore, figure was covered in gray sludge, but it looked like it was talking on the phone.
うーん
What was with that old man? He was just staring at us. We, we drove by. Old man? That's what it looked like to her?
ふーん
What do you mean? It was just some old guy on the phone. Apparently they had both seen regular old men, but I was sure it was looked like the thing I'd seen at
マジかよ
that money grave thing you were talking about. Maybe we should be careful. Yeah, I'll be sure to drive carefully. Oh yeah, maybe that map we got earlier could handy. Didn't it have some like roads marked too? Nice thinking, Reggie. Feeling a bit more confident. Guys, kan kalau misalkan kita nggak keliling-keliling, bakal begini nih. From now on, the success rate of dice related to Hatsumi will increase by 10% for all action. Wow! Wah, ini sih good. We continue to drive. We continue driving for a ways when Hatsumi suddenly screamed.
嘘
What the?
お
Watch out! A figure covered in gray sludge was rushing straight toward the car. I'd have run it over on purpose, but I was the only one who saw it as a terrifying one. Hatsumi spun the steering wheel to avoid hitting it. Hatsumi yanked on the steering wheel. Car launched and my fuse spun. I heard a loud crunch as the car rammed into something. Sudden impact sent a jolt through my entire body. Wah, darah gue turun tuh, gue liat-liat. Running into the tree instead. For an instant, it felt as time had frozen. A silence enveloped everything. Then the car filled with growl. Ow. I checked to make sure Hatsumi and Reijo were okay. Fortunately, neither of them was seriously injured. Hatsumi had gone fell through, like due to shock. Looking out the back window, I saw the muddy monster approaching slowly.
どうなってんだよ
Crap, Hatsumi, will the car move? Give me a second. Hatsumi threw the car in reverse and stopped on the gas. Thumped the gas. The car lurched backward. The hood had been dented pretty badly, but it seemed the engine was still okay. Hatsumi quickly shifted back to drive, and with a roar of the engine, we returned to the road. Let's get out of here! Yup! The muddy creature tried to leap onto the car. Hatsumi floored the gas, accelerating at full speed. I am speed. He managed to avoid the monster, and it quickly disappeared from view behind us.
ね
Hey, this is a rental. It is insured. Wow, ada message. Oh no, ada WA aku. Kayak benerin dulu. Biasaan nih. I hope so. Hatsumi let out a deep sigh. Hatsumi precision has decreased. It will reset after completing the day. I heard a low boom. An instant later, something metallic violent slammed into the front of the car. For a moment, I didn't understand what happened. Then Reggie shouted, "Someone's shooting at us!" What? No way! Whew. Second later, the sound of another gunshot rang out, and a bullet bounced off side of the car.
Huh?
What the hell's going on? Who owns gun in Japan? Get down! I can't see where they are shooting from. That was easy for Reggie and me, but Hatsumi couldn't very well duck down while driving. Reggie, I can't. What do I do? Never mind. I heard rifle bullets will go right through car doors anyway, so there's no point ducking.
まずいな。
You should. What? Are we going to die? Reggie and Hatsumi were panicking, considering the situation. Tough. No, though I couldn't blame them. We need to somehow avoid getting shot and get out of range of the shooter as soon as possible. Still haven't tried the Machu Han Imperial Feast, and I'm not done visiting all Japan's haunted spots. I never had a boyfriend either, and I need to make up with hotel. Let's go.
Hey!
I'm not about to die today. Let's go, wangi. Hatsumi began swerving violently back and forth, making it harder to shoot or to aim. Whoa! Every time Hatsumi yanked on the steering wheel, I saw Reggie's body lurch to one side. It felt like I was a roller. Another shot rang out. This time, however, the bullet only bounced off one side mirror. I thought I was going to be sick, but it held in before long the Son of God. Hatsumi, that was some amazing driving. We owe you. I figured that will make it harder to aim. And there was no turning around. Car had been damaged, but we continued forward. Guys, this doesn't look good. Hatsumi sounded anxious and looked at the rear view mirror. God damn it. Looking out the back, I saw a truck approaching. The driver was large monster.
Huh?
Now what? They are trying to haram us? Without a word, Hatsumi accelerated, despite speeding up. However, the truck continued to gain. So long, it pulled up alongside the car. Shit! The next moment, they slammed into us, metal ground against metal, and the car lurched. Not now, they are insane. Not good, they are insane. What are they doing? The truck slammed into us again, pushing us up against the guardrail. Cliff, we're on a cliff. I can see that. Hatsumi was doing everything she could to get clear, but the truck driver was resistant. Hari-hari lihat sludge monster. Itulah. Ini kita lagi antara hidup dan mati nih. At this rate, they would push us off the cliff. Hatsumi, I'm borrowing this. What? Reggie grabbed the pilgrim staff Hatsumi had brought. I may earn some bad luck for this, but Reggie leaned out the window and radiated stuff. Please, Reggie, tapapahay mo na ba ishimilawi wa shwaka? Truck, you need to back off. He swung the staff. Reggie swung the staff. Let's go, Reggie! Oh! The staff hit with the truck windshield. Cracks radiated out from where it hit. With his view not obscured, driver instinctively spun the wheel in the other direction. The truck carried it off the road, climbing into the tree. That did it! I could see smoke rising behind us. It wasn't likely to come after us after that. Phew! We made it. Oh no, my pilgrim staff. Oh, Yoninin, I'm sorry, Kukai. I'm sure he would forgive us. Yalah, pastilah. Buat kan buat ini, buat ya emang buat gitu. Buat kalau misalkan ada urgent mah bisa dipakai buat begitu kan. Yang penting mah a sense of relief wash over us. By the time we reached the top of the mountain, the sun had set and the summer darkness was creeping in. Getting out of the car, the air felt pleasantly cold, probably because of the altitude. The only thing I heard was the tree rustling in the wind. It made the commotion from before seem like a lie. Illuminated by the moon, Yukitsune stood in front of Sonstad. It was the same as the one I'd seen in my dream. This one, however, was cracked. It radiated an ominous aura.
Yeah.
I've been waiting. Thank you for Yukitsune. I wasn't sure we were going. Yeah, that was close to one. I really thought we might die there for a bit. Seeing Kitsune really flooded over both of them.
Oh yeah?
Oh, what happened? We explained what had happened on our way. Jadi gini, kayak gitu Kitsune. Dan begitu-begitu hampir mati nih. Untung Reggie pakai staffnya. Kalau dia ngerolnya jelek, mati kita tadi. I see. The one who attacked you were likely members of your sect. Isn't that the heretical religion from 1,200 years ago? I see you have already heard of them. Do you remember when we spoke of the evil god before? Name is Ubohoth. I can't go into some now. Let us deal with the problem. The Kitsune pointed his staff at the stone statue. The statue proved quite troublesome. However, has been weakened thanks to you destroying it. Your dream. Yukitsune began to chant a mantra.
No umakisamanda.
No makisaman bodanda. Abilauken. As if responding to his word, gray sludge began to seep out of the crack. Blob, the amorphous blob was squirming, almost as if it had a will of its. This is known as an oboe. It is a unique type of evil spirit which exists dreams. Without destroying the statue, the world of dreams, I will be unable to exorcise from them. As Yukitsune finished his explanation, the sludge. However, he danced gracefully out of the way and struck with his staff. He muttered other incantation of some kind and the ground began to warp and bend. Gray sludge and into this partial distortion disappearing without a trace.
大事完了だ。
Exorcism His fight remind me of a martial arts this demonstration. I remember thinking the same thing last time as well. The overwhelming ominous feeling I gotten to only at Spanish. That was the last of the Hebrews. Could not have exorcised without them all without your assistance. Thank you. Yukitsune had a relieved smile on his face. All the Yubo spawn things are gone. Does that mean the danger to the island gone too? Unfortunately, no. On the contrary, the situation may be more critical now.
マジかよ。
Huh? What do you mean? The story is a bit of a long one. In the island, suffered famine 1002. People turned to Ubohoth, the hungry monk of salvation. Their wish has granted, but many Ubo spawn were spread across the island result. You see, the Ubo spawn are unintentional offspring of Ubohoth. As Ubohoth influence grew, so did the number of Ubos. Kukai did his best to exorcise them all, but he was unable to do completely. Some of the Ubo spawn had grown too powerful, so he was forced to kill them away. Spiritual sites, this island, are the location where those Ubo spawn were. So that was the origin of the 88 spiritual. Now the Ubo sect once again trying to revive Ubo. In order to do so, two things are required. The first is to offer sustenance so Ubohoth might grow stronger. Second is to create a gate which connect to the domain where Ubohoth resides all before. The Ubo sect currently performing a ritual in order to sustain gate.
そうだね。
Anything with strong spiritual energy can be offered as sustenance, sustenance, but this generally refers to Yubo's bond. You see, Ubohoth is the monstrosity which is constantly giving birth to children, then devouring them. That's disgusting. Somehow, Ubohoth had been devouring the Ubo spawn on this island, growing steadily stronger. All this despite my effort to exercise them. But you've been working so hard. In other words, the Hubosec only has to finish opening their gate. If we were unable to stop them, this island, no, this entire world would be destroyed. What? Then the Rosary group is Hubosec? Yep, the Rosary group is the Hubosec. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you being serious right now? The scale the scale of the situation had grown far bigger than I imagined. I was having trouble keeping us. Well, the situation is dangerous. Stopping the ritual while eliminate the threat. We must protect the innocent. A heavy silence fell over the mountain top as a chill wind began to blow.
すまないね。
The hour is late. Thank you once again for your assistance today. Let us speak again tomorrow. I sensed that his words were full of deep emotion. As the star began to appear in the sky overhead, we parted ways with Yukitsune and descended the mountain. It was late by the time we managed to make it back to the temple. The reason being that we had to make the beaten up car back to the rental company. The staff had been shocked when they seen the state it was in. Insurance would cover part of it, but it still ended up being a significant expense. It's fine, I'll just make it back. In the next race, Reggie claimed he'd cover it with his winnings from betting on horse racing, but I doubt that very much. I felt hesitant about renting another car after destroying the first one, but it was like we could afford to go without means of transportation. After some explanation, we managed to convince the agency as well. Although they didn't seem fully believe our story. As we entered the inn, Hotaru wasn't there to greet us like usual. Our food was prepared and waiting for us in the main hall, but it had already gone cold.
マジか。
After your argument yesterday, I blame her. Huh? You're saying this is my fault? Thinking one offense, think, taking offense to Regi's complaint, Hatsumi respond with a bard comment of her own. They didn't normally get this upset. The attack on the mountain road clearly had us all on edge. I was exhausted too, and didn't have the energy to try and stop them from fighting. But more than that, I was hungry. I plopped down at the table and started eating my cold dinner. Seeing me take a seat, Hatsumi and Reiji soon joined me. Nothing good overcomes from being hungry. Filling your stomach is what was a good way to reduce irritability. The three of us continued eating in silence for a time. Although the food has gotten cold, Hotaru's cooking was still good enough to provide a bit of comfort. Even cold, this is pretty good. Yeah, Hotaru really is great. Partway through our rather silent meal, the sliding door to the main hall opened. Hotaru? Suddenly, Hotaru meekly looked toward Hatsumi. She opened her mouth as if to speak, but seemed to flum, fumble or something.
あれ
Hotaru? Sorry? No, I should be the one apologizing.
は
I got angry over something trivial, and I don't want this game day ended yesterday. I'm glad. I was worried at the thought of nothing being able. They now both had tears in their eyes.
ごめんなさい
Hatsumi, I'm sorry.
そっか
No, it's my. The two kept repeating words of apology to one another.
は
I'm sorry for breaking our promise. I really don't remember it. It's fine. The Mushiokuri festival is tomorrow, so let's go together this time. If promise. Smiling, Hatsumi grabbed Hotaru's pinky finger with her own to seal the promise. Deep friendship truly is a beautiful thing. Wah, itu matanya, matanya, matanya Reggie biru. Reggie was nodding enthusiastically, antusias lah, and uncharacteristic, apa? Itulah expression of fondness on his face. After cleaning up the dishes and taking bath, three of us gathered in the main hall again. Now that Hatsumi and Hotaru have worked out their problem, let's go over what we learned today. Yeah, okay. Are you okay? Okay, I'm okay, I'm fine. Unfazed by Reiji's sarcastic remark, Hatsumi just made an embarrassed smile. He must have been particularly happy at finally making up with Otaru. Most of what we learned today was information we got from Yukitsune. Yeah, that sure was epic stuff. Yukitsune has told us about dua-duanya sih sebenarnya. During a few years ago, the residents of Abu Island turned Ubohoth for help.
そうだ
But Yukitsune said it actually really did. Evil god worshippers are known as the Ubohoth. He also explained what he's trying to do. Revive. Ubosek is trying to open the gates. We need to prevent them from completing the ritual. Right? If we don't, the world will be destroyed. Apa triggernya ya? Triggernya kayak tadi triggernya ngeliat sesuatu yang senang, ngeliat danger kayak someone in danger, like someone in danger and someone some apa ya? Eh, sama ya pokoknya feeling lah. Triggernya kan karena si apa mereka berdua minta maaf kan. That still sounds a bit far-fetched. That is what the kitchen had been completely serious. Serious? Why so? Why serious? Why so serious, Pat? The kitchen had been. I hadn't gotten the feeling he was lying. Information gathered today, the Ubosec was trying to resurrect Ubohoth. World would end if they reach you. The kitchen said exercising the Ubo spawn would weaken evil god. Break your curse. That hadn't happened though. Can we still believe him? Katana was puzzled at why the evil god's power seemed to be growing despite exercising the Ubo. Oh, there were apparently things even didn't understand. But we stopped the ritual, Ubohoth can't be summoned, and its power will be dissipated completely, right? Maybe the curse would be lifted. Yeah, I hope that is. The kitsune had asked to talk again tomorrow. We have to ask him how to put a stop. Ritual main the main problem I was how to break the curse, stop the ritual, and prevent the evil. Known, unknown. What the strangely who behind the mask? I don't know. Why? Uh, uh, still grow in power even the exorcism. Jangan-jangan kalau di eksorsis malah dimakan, jatuhnya balik lagi ke Ubohoth. Nggak tahu deh, ntar aja kita lihat ya, kita lihat nanti. We still have no idea who offered us the Ubowater temple. Yeah, we don't know the reason the Ubosec wanted to capture the curse either. And what does the sect hope to accomplish by reviving Uboth anyway? What did they get from destroying the world? Seriously? There are so many amazing restaurants on the island. Why would they want to destroy them? They must have a founder or a leader of some kind. We'll have to find him and ask. Anyone who would consider destroying the world would most certainly be a dangerous individual. I wasn't looking forward to meeting them. For now, we best get some sleep, and so we ready. Day 5. Sudah jam 9. Apa kita lanjut jam 10, jam 9, jam 10. Next day lah ya. Ya aku mau ambil minum dulu bentar ya. I'm back. Soalnya baru 1 jam, belum jam 11. Stop di jam 11. Next. Tinggal beberapa. Kayaknya kalau misalkan udah full, ya hari terakhir nih. Ya nggak sih? July 26. Today I woke without seeing the strange dream I've been having. Was it because I destroyed the statue? We ate breakfast and headed to outside to find Yukitsune waiting for ground.
ゆきつねさん、
Oh,
おは
good
ようござい
morning,
ます。
Kitsune.
おはよう。よく眠れたかい？今日もお願いがあってね。
Sampai day 7 kalau. Oh, sampai day 7 ya? Wih, kamu research ya? Presiden research ya? Good morning. Did you fall asleep? Hopping us for the faith.
羽毛衆の儀式の阻止ってやつ？
I think this is about stopping the Ubohoth ritual.
うん。レイジ君の言う通りだ。昨晩も話したが、羽毛衆は門を開こうとしている。
The assumption is correct, Reiji. As I mentioned last time, the Ubohoth is attempting open gate.
1200年前にも羽毛衆は夢の中で門を開き、ウボーホスを蘇らせる儀式をしていた。
Did the same thing within the world of dream 1,200 years ago in attempt to resurrect Ubohoth.
呪われとともに夢の世界に行き、それを阻止したのが空海だ。
Kukai, along with Curse, entered the world of dream, but to put a stop to it.
普通の人間は夢の世界に行くことはできない。
Lihat sampai day berapa day yang main. Karena JP ya. itu juga ada itunya sih. Subtitle JP. Cuma ntar nggak bakal ngerti. Ordinary humans are unable to travel. Jadi kalau aku paham. Kalau tulisan ini ya enggak ya. Kalau misalkan kayak karakter yang ngomong, walaupun tanpa subtitle, aku ternyata hujan lagi guys. Ternyata aku mau kadangin dulu bentar. Okay, I'm back.
だが、呪われである君の力があれば、それが可能となる。
However, it is possible with the power of the curse.
す
Wow, that is
儀式を阻止して門を閉じれば、ウボーホスの影響も弱まり、君の呪いも解けるはずだ。
if we stop the ritual and still seal the gate, Ubohoth's influence will wane, which should cure the curse.
門を閉じるため、僕と一緒に行ってくれるね。
Will you accompany me and help seal the gate? The serial request caught me off guard, but considering my situation, I didn't have a reason to refuse. I simply nodded to Yukitsune.
ありがとう。
夢の世界っていうのはどんなところなんですか？
Hey, this world of dreams. What sort of place is this?
なんとなくふわふわの雲の上で無重力状態みたいなイメージ。
Nggak sama sekali Hatsumi, nggak sama sekali. Nggak sama sekali begitu. Sumpah, nggak sama sekali begitu. Cuma ada bulan gede ya, bulan gede, distorted, banyak statue, banyak banyak Yubo spawn. I sort of have things in this imagine of being weightless and walking on the top of coffee. Hatsumi never could hide her curiosity.
僕も行ったことがないから、ふわふわかどうかはわからないな。
I have never been there myself, so I'm unable to speak.
ただ、少なくとも儀式の場には、羽毛衆の徒がいるだろう。僕らを阻止しようと、戦いになるだろうね。
Oh, you can be sure we will encounter followers. Likely. Yo, ayo, gas. Battle mah battle, ayo. Tapi kasih gua talisman. Hehehe. Great. Just sort of play.
そっか。よーし、やってやるぞ。
Hey, well, let's.
夢の世界に連れて行けるのは、二人が限度だろう。
Power of a curse is unlikely. One more than two identical people, which means bringing two people into the world of dream is probably the limit.
つまり僕と、あともう一人しか行けないね。
Ya, kawaii tetapi perutnya perut gorila. In other words, myself and other.
3人以上では力を使い果たし、夢の世界から戻ってこれなくなる危険がある。
Any more than that, we risk the power being used up, leaving us stranded in a world of dreams.
怖っ。
That is still fine though.
ちなみに、
There is
夢
that.
の世界への出発は夕刻に限られている。
You should also know that we can own the world of
現実と夢の狭間を通れるのは、昼と夜の境目の黄昏時だけなのさ。
one can only travel the space between reality and dreams, the border between a.
へえ、なんかちょっと素敵。
You make it.
夕方か。初見、やっぱここは俺が行くわ。
Yes. Huh. Natsumi, I think I should be the one to go.
レイジ君嫌そうだったじゃない。私全然行きたいよ。
But you made it sound like you want to. Oh, and
まあ、正直行きたくはないんだが。
if I'm being honest, I don't.
初見はホタルと虫送りに行くって約束してたろ。夕方から行くんじゃ間に合うかどうか。
Bisa sih sebenarnya Reiji. Kalau apa ada kekuatannya dia kan? Ada unknown mysterious powernya dia. But you promise Wataru go to the festival with her, right? Can you be sure?
そっか。
せっかくホタルと仲直りしたばっかじゃねえか。これで
あ、
また
そうだよ。
虫送りに行けなかったら悲しいだろ。
そうだよ、初見。Finally managed.
うん。
それに、せっかくアブ島に来たんだから、二人だけで過ごす時間があってもいいんじゃないか。
そうそう。While we're on the island, you should take the chance for the two of you to spend some time.
今さら言うのもなんだが、休校を温めるってのは大切だと思うぜ。
I know it's a bit late, but I think renewing old friendship is important.
うん。そうだね。レイジ君の言う
Mulai
通りだ。
mulai ini nih, Reggie yang ini mulai support. Right, thanks Reggie.
ごめんなさい。今日は私、ホタルちゃんと一緒にいようと思う。
Sorry everyone, looks like I'll be staying here with. There's no reason to apologize. Ayamaru koto wa nai yo. Kalau MC ngomong pasti gitu. Ayamaru koto wa nai yo. Ah, Hatsumi. Tomodachi da kara. Only natural that you should cherish your friend.
ありがとう。じゃあ、ホタルちゃんと虫送りの準備をして待ってるね。
Ayamaru koto wa nai yo. Thanks. Alright, I'm going to help Hotaru with festival preparation.
ああ、
Kata-kata MC
虫
banget
送り
tuh
に
tadi.
間に合えばそれが
Ayamaru
一番
koto
だ。
wa nai.
ちゃちゃっと終わらせてくるぜ。
Right, we'll try to finish quickly so we can back in time for the festival.
芸に美しきは友情かな。
Truly beautiful friendship. It's beautiful friendship. The Kitsune smiled as he listened to our conversation.
では、今日は僕が二人に同行しようかな。初見さんの代わりに。
In that case, I think I shall accompany you today in.
は？ゆきつねさんが俺たちと？
What? You want to us?
うん。何か不都合なことがあったかな。
Yes. That is all right with you, of course.
いや、不都合とかはねえけど。
Oh no. That way. Neither of us had a problem with that. We were simply surprised at how uncountered he knew the island better than any of us, so having him with us would likely prove useful. I would just assume that he would have other business.
昨日で羽毛童子の退治が終わったからね。夕刻まで手が空いているのさ。
I finished exercising the last Ubohoth spawn, so I have no prior obligation till this evening.
人助けをして過ごしてもいいが、君たちといても、それはできるからね。
Assisting those is always sure. But that is something.
それに、夢の世界に突入する前に、準備することもあるんじゃないかな。
That we should probably session for.
準備っつっても、夢の世界に道具を持ち込めるんならまだしも。
Inspiration? You make it sound like we go.
ってまさかできるのか？
Wait, are you saying that's possible? It sounds like something straight out of the game. Kalian memang di game, hayo. Kalian memang ada di game. Kalian memang game yang sedang kumainkan.
それはやってみないとわからないな。
We will not know until we try. Ah, I see. Might turn out to be pointless, but we might as well get that gold.
乗り込み先に不確定要素が多すぎる。というか何もわからないに等しいな。
We know so
一
little
緒でに
about.
書いとくか？
We know so little about what we're doing. Do we write?
ちょっとレイジ君、縁起でもないこと言わないで。
Reggie, don't say things like that.
覚悟を決めるのは悪いことじゃないよ、初見さん。
It is never unwise to for the worst. The kitsune sounded as detached as ever. We're saying our goodbyes to us. Wow. Kita kemana? Tujuan utama kita. Oh ini ya. Tujuan utama kita ini. Mountain. Akimo Temple dulu lah. Udah wasiat. Hari-hari udah wasiat. When I arrived to Hakumo Temple, Hotaru was in the middle of preparing for the festival. I could see Hatsumi and her both running back and forth, busy lending a hand. Ah, Kim?
ね
It seems she hadn't fully returned from. I assume Hatsumi had filled her cells, and if she already knew about the dream worlds, then I could get straight to the point. I'm looking for something useful in the dream. Quite literally, it was a place where anything could happen, and I wanted to be properly
え
prepared.
やばすぎ。
Wait, can you take things with you into dreams? How exactly does it work? Something useful inside the dream? You mean like a pillow? I imagine myself standing at the ready against an enemy attack. A pillow raised above my head.
バカ。
No, forget what I said. I was trying to make a joke. You were supposed to laugh. How embarrassing.
ね
Oh, I know. How about this? Wah, Jin! Otaru reached out and handed me a worn silver ring. It was thin but sturdy. I could see that the surface was attached with intricate engravings. It is called a wish ring. It said the blessing vary depending on which finger you wear it on. It used to belong to my mom. Loh, kenapa kau yang ngasih ke aku? Kocak. For example, the right pointer finger is for safe birth. My mom wore it there before I was born. He may not have survived, but he was able to give birth to me. There is no way I could take something as important as this. It is fine, really. It's just for a good luck charm. Besides, I'm not sure if it even works. But if it really does have special power, I'm sure my mom would be happy to use for something meaningful. If there was ever a time to use, it will be now. it's not a burden, I'd like to take it. Or shall I go grab a pillow instead? A ring filled with emotion from both Hotaru and her mother. Even if it wasn't going to give me any sort of physical advantage, surely it will become a spiritual anchor while I was in the dream world. Gratefully accepting Hotaru's kindness, I made the decision to borrow the ring. Don't mention it. I would have liked to go with you, but my dad has forbidden me from leaving the house today. Oh, but don't worry, I'm going to sneak out tonight, so I'll see you at festival. So be sure to come back safely, alright? Me and I will be late waiting. Another reason for me to make it back in one piece. Now it was almost time to go. Friendship level with Hotaru has increased. And I got an item, right? Fish ring. Kita cek friendship. Wih, Hotaru sudah penuh, guys. Hotaru sudah penuh. Terus Teamwell. Kita kasih Teamwell dulu. Ntar kita baru ke tujuan kita. Overcome by the heat, we decided to stop by the spring, just short rest. The nationality recognized water. The flow port was crystal clear. I felt cooler looking at it. Man, it's hot today. Reggie picked up a handle and leaned forward to scoop up some of the water.
Huh?
Huh? Reggie shouted in alarm, dropping the ladle. What had happened? Just look for yourself. Completely flustered, he pointed to the water. Ini gambar gue mana ya? Mohon maaf nih. In one piece, and the soul still up to the boat. This should be ordinary water. Cautiously, Yukitsune and I leaned forward to peer into the pool. The water was perfectly clear. We saw nothing that should have been reason for alarm. Our reflection looking up at us from the surface. I don't see anything. What? Really? Reggie timidly peered into the water once more.
マジかよ
You're right. When I looked before, the reflection was of someone else's face. Tuh kan? Bener kan? Kamu punya sisi kepribadian lain, Reggie. Someone else's face. Maybe it was just it.
No.
No, I definitely saw a completely different man's face.
そうだね。
What did he look like?
そうだね
Well, he was old, but not too old, maybe 50 or 60, with bald head. Did you recognize him? No, I never seen that face before in my life.
うん。
So you saw another man's face reflected in the surface of the pool. Something that's strange even for
マジか
you are one to talk. What do you think, Kimura? Dogyo Ninin, remember? Maybe we really are alone. The guide at the Abu Island Man's spiritual site said the Kukai accompanied all pilgrims on their journey. If he really with us, maybe the face you saw reflected in the water was his.
ふん
But why would I see Kukai face in place of my own?
そうだな
If he traveling with us, wouldn't I see him?
まずいな。
Your explanation make it sounds more like I'm being possessed by his spirit. I wouldn't put too much belief in that saying, though I'm here with you too, so you have nothing to fear,
うーん。
right? We continue our temple visit. Reggie was left unsatisfied at the lack of answer. Kaburu Sharain. Oke. Ya kalau misalkan Dogyoninin, yes. Oke. Kayak deh. Kalau gimana? Tahu deh. The Aburu Shrine was a small wayside shrine surrounded by a stone wall. They were nearby, so we decided to stop. Turning around, we could see the panorama view of the sun shining down the sea on the south side of the island. It's not one of the 88 sacred sites, so I never stopped here. That's quite breathtaking view. There does, though part of the view, it doesn't seem like there is not anything special about this spot. He was right. Looking around, the only thing of note was signboard explaining shrine origin. Since we were here, we might as well read it. The shrine in honor of the of Shitoism. There is a concept called Kunitatama no Kami, anthropomorphized, itulah, anthropomorphized the land as a deity. When the gods Izanagi and Izanami created the island of Japan, Abu Island was among them. Aburuhime is the name of the Kunitama no Kami of Abu Island. Dan Yukit Sunanatsukai mungkin ininya apa sih namanya messenger kayak ya apa ya itulah kita lihat saja nanti besok kalau misalkan hari ini kelebihan ya kayak hari ini kelebihan deh kita lihat besok. Name Aburu comes from the word meaning to bath. Some believe this is related to the fact that Abu Island is bathed in abundance of freshwater springs. Furthermore, the island's name is generally believed to be derived from the name of the goddess Aburuhime. However, Abu can also mean to collapse. Some believe the name comes from the island many caves.
なあ、
Ah, I didn't realize there were so many theories. I just assumed it was named after the Abu. Forcefully.
そうだね。
Interesting. So that is the story that is told now. They sure came up with a believable explanation. There was an implication. It's in a word.
ふーん。
What? You know of another explanation? This island was once known as Ubohoth Island. Over time, the name was abbreviated. The pronunciation then eventually changed as the local dialect evolved. So Ubohoth Island became Ubo Island, then then eventually Abu Island? Iya juga, at least according to Yukitsune's theory. It is not a theory, it is fact. Though I suppose the name Ubohoth would not be known to the general public. Kitsune was quite adamant in his theory. All three of the theories seems plausible, though so it was possible any one of them could be correct. As I wondered over this, I passed under the torii gate to head toward the shrine. Suddenly I was struck by intensely powerful vision. I saw a woman standing alone, in desolate space. She wore an ancient style of noble guard. However, she was covered in the dirty gray liquid. An impure, foul odor hung in the air. Wrapped as she was in the gray liquid, the woman was reaching out her hand, desperately seeking help. She gave the impression of impressed goddess, left behind in the gap between to suffer for all eternity. The woman wore a pleading expression, but her eyes shone with both anguish and deep affection. She wasn't simply asking for help. There was something more, something deep. I felt as I thought, maybe some sort of blessing was being directed toward me. You receive blessing. You receive the blessing of the Abu Ruhim. Sanity decrease will be reduced for the rest of the day. Blessing. Love blessing. The vision vanished quickly as it happened. All I saw in front of me was Reiji and Yukitsune offering prayers at the shrine. Had I just experienced a daydream? Took it off, then stepped forward to offer my own prayers before leaving. Yukitsune suggests we visit a temple to offer prayers as preparation before going to the world of dreams. When Reiji asked if he was really asking the gods for help, Kitsune corrected him, saying they were Buddhas. Since we were nearby, decided to on retreat. My retreat. One Buddha statue stood in rows, each with a unique expression on his face. Was as I walked by, I was filled with sense of reference. Ada lagi. Hello there. This sea breeze sure feels nice. Agree? As we approached the temple hall, we were greeted by an elderly man. He appeared to be local. Oh, oh my, is that you, Mr. Sai? Allow me to express my once Saiki. Oh, that's right. This Yukitsune last name.
おや
It was my pleasure. Have you had? Oh no, nothing. Cannot. See you. I'm already up and walking away. So the two seem to be acquainted somehow. I came across this nice man, collapsed on the road other day. I simply helped him. I must have been distracted then. Without my, I realized my quickly overestimated. thought I would without it. Now, as no one can against a ravageous time. I see. So this was some. Are these your friends? By the looks of it, they are both visitors from the main. Friends, I do believe that would be pro- appropriate label. Yes, Jangan. I take it you have come for a tour of Sunai Retreat then?
そうだね。
Something like that. If you're knowledgeable of the location, might trouble you to be our guide. Of course. Live nearby after all, this I usually would be happy to help. Though perhaps tour is a bit of derivation. First, all the Yorai temple principle of worship. It is said to have been carved by famous Buddhist sculptor during the Kamakura period. I see. During the war, there was currently a special submarine base located behind them. There you will find a monument with commemorative plaque. Plaque. Ah, itulah. Really. Reggie seemed rather interested at Tibet. And you see the Torii gate over there beyond is that small wayside shrine. Hebi no Yama. Hebi no Miya shrine is dedicated to the Serpent Princess, daughter of the warlord who once ruled over Abu Island. Serpent Princess. That was certainly a strange name to a princess. Right that about for an explanation of the site, I hope it was helpful. Special purpose submarine base site in Myanmar. We paid our respect at the hole before taking around the area. Let's try visiting another. Kita ke sana ya. Ya, deh. Kambuh. Whenever something happens, I make it a point to come here. I find this place calming. Tenbo Rock, one of the sacred sites, that where I found new Kitsune. I come check on him, but he's carrying on. The spot was surrounded by trees, void of other people. Only sound I heard was rustling. I feeling you would trying touching the fence. I wasn't sure about what he meant, but he gave no signs that anything bad would happen. Right, curious, I reached out, touched the rock. What? I could hear a voice. No, that wasn't right. Dream, but different thoughts were pouring into my head. They were swirling like a whirlpool. Reference for Kukai. Request for Kukai. Knowledge of Kukai. Can you sense them? Those are the thoughts of all the pilgrims. The first pilgrims visited the island in the third year of the Yokyo area. 100 years ago. For 300, they have been coming here in search of some here to receive those thoughts. Vision suddenly began to waver. My consciousness was thrust by words. Time some I anxiously what was happening. Everything had stopped. I long battling it. What? Surrounded by prepare yourself. Had the evil spirit been completely overwhelmed, I noticed he had an uncanny resemblance to Kitsune. No, this was Yukitsune. Eventually, the monk successfully killed the evil with spirit rock, hidden spirit the rock, and wall. Monk then spoke to the man standing beside him. I must thank you. The power of the curse has once again proved Master Kukai. Master Kukai. He is a Kukai. He is Kukai. I can think of no greater honor than this one. I understood the monk was Kukai. The man was was cursed. I was watching, and even from 1,200 years ago.
大丈夫かい？
Are you alright? Someone was shaking. I opened my eye. I apparently fallen asleep at some point, and Kitsune had woken me. So it was right. He is Kukai once again. Yep, the curse dari dulu curse sudah ada. Yang orang ke curse tuh udah ada. Mereka yang nge-help kayak buat. I slowly climbed to my feet, literally testing my arms and legs. Everything seemed to be alright. So then, what did you? Kitsune smiled at me. How much of that dream and how much was real? Weh, dua nih, udah penuh nih dua. Dua. Ya, I know. Reggie was tired of driving today. Navigating was tiring, so we stopped at the temple with a souvenir shop and a tea house. Now what? That's big. Figure was holding a long staff and had the appearance of traveling long, but his size gave him a commanding presence, emitting overwhelming aura that left onlookers with stunned. Then why you Kitsune come to in karena Otaru keras? Tunggu, kalau misalkan mungkin karena 8 tahun yang lalu ada Mewtwo kan Mewtwo festival itu loh kayaknya festivalnya itu deh karena festival itu deh karena itu festival deh kayaknya deh Seeing it again, you this Kitsune was looking at the statue of Kukai with a brisk smile on his. Ya, itu lu, gua tahu. He seemed almost bewildered at the sight, expression showing a tinge of irony. I said no, nothing navigate about it, but I could quite figure out what he was thinking. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel when they make them so. Is it embarrassing? What that supposed to mean? Why would you feel embarrassed? Never mind. It's nothing. Come. There is something even more impressive up ahead. Ya, gua tahu itu lu. Cuma gua doang sama lu yang tahu. Dan satu lagi, jangan lupa kenapa Hotaru bikin something. Ya, makanya itu dia. Kayaknya ya. Kitsune yang karena baru rasa ingin ya benar rasa ingin berteori strong. Kitsune led us deeper into the temple ground. The cliff stood an even large statue of Kudo Myo. Statue eyes glared down at approaching fish. Fallen trees and a big crater. They rebuilt it amazing. Below us, we could rows of houses and shops, island town 5. Beyond that, dazzling sun down on a beautiful ocean stretch of sand.
美しい。
Truly is evil presence was drawing near. However, the people here went about lives. What would happen? Peaceful island. Single powerful thought rose up from within me. I must protect Abu Island. Player willpower has increased. Let's go. You is quite marvelous. Can't argue about the view. Almost feel at the lives of those across the ocean. Kitsune put his hand in his forehead as he gives off. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to learn clairvoyance. Kitsune, are you referring to corrective lenses? I have never used. Why do you feel like someone mountain have good feet? What's your eyesight?
そうだね。
My eyesight? Suppose if I were to tell you I'm 80?
マジか。
I've learned anything about Kitsune that he can be rather puzzling. Maybe he never had eyes before. We were there actually out. If research enough. Ntar guys, aku ke toilet. 80 dong. Gila mata iya mata mas teleskop. Ntar ya, toilet dulu sabar. Oke, I'm back. Tadi nonton Goshi ya? Hebi no Miya Shrine. Around 700 years ago, Abu Island was ruled by warlord. It's now enshrined at Kiraga Castle Shrine. His daughter, Hebihime. Apa tuh? Hebihime is said to be enshrined at the But what in the world was Hatsumi doing here? She's supposed to be preparing for the festival with Hotaru. Huh? Father Pish. I felt the when my father perished, I felt to the eastern part of the island. Ya kerasukan arwah Hime. However, the helpful hand I've been hoping when we were carrying stones. Some feared I would invite evil upon them. Another simple stout reward for killing me. Also, I curse every last one of them. Perish. Training me now. Too little too late. I still cannot forgive them. Will never. Hatsumi let it out a terrifying spine-chilling scream. Gak mempan Hatsumi, gak mempan. Gak mempan, Hime. Hime, gak mempan. Gak mempan otakku tuh sanity-ku tuh GG gitu loh. Then if some invisible strings had been cut, he collapsed to the ground. I rushed over in panic to help. Kimura? Hatsumi jumped into her feet and looked around. Where am I? It looked as he returned to normal. Kimura was going on. Is it too? I am not sure. Right? Stupid question. I wonder if there's something wrong with me. Oh, I've got like a dozen texts from Hotaru. Anyway, thanks for the help. I guess I owe you another one. I should get going. Hello Hotaru, yeah, I'm okay. I'm sorry, I don't really know. Hatsumi called Hotaru and continued shaking her head in confusion as he left the shrine. I found nothing that would be helpful in the dream world, but at least I was able to help her. I almost seemed like she was being possessed by something. Just what the heck is going on? Feels like something big was unfolding. Hey, increase. Increase berapa? BTW? Berapa BTW? Berapa BTW? Tunggu, seharusnya udah kelar dong semuanya. Wah, berarti gue kurang. Tidak. Warming sensation slowly spread in my pit of my stomach. Nausea and hunger pang creeping up on me. I took Kimura was wrong. I felt the power of crossing itulah. I become Reggie and Yukisune Sanai. Search of anything I could see in the dream world. Oh, ini mengingatkan gue dengan Naruto ya? Ini mengingatkan gue dengan Naruto ini. Batu ini mengingatkanku dengan Naruto ini. Then though I came out empty-handed. Huh. Whoa. Peeking behind the hole, we noticed a small hill that offered stunning view of the bay. A pleasant breeze was blowing from
素
ocean.
晴らしいね。
Ah yes, this is a nice location, is it not? Seem to be blessed with good weather today. Something that looked like a stone stood off to one side of the hill. Nggak usah, memang udah nggak increase lagi kah? Kalau misalkan day 7-nya masih bisa increase, bisa sih sebenarnya. Tapi kalau misalkan kata Archilian day 7 udah kelar, sampai day 7, ini udah day 6 misal. Day 7 terakhir kita. Di sini. And look at least several decades old. According to the inscription, this was once the site of special purpose. In other words, military submarines, they were used for things like combat sabotage. Do you know a lot about this sort of things? The old man suddenly spoke to us. Oh, not really. Special purpose submarines are fascinating. I see. Part of the Reifu unit and was trained to use of the Boryu. What? Seriously? A length of 26.25 meters? A diameter of 2.04 meters? And a crew captive of 5? Those Boryu? Eiji's excitement has shot through the roof.
おや
Are you knowledgeable about these things? Yasune whispered the question in my ears, but I shook my head in. Perhaps my wording is mistake. That is. He gave one of his rare smile thought it seemed strange. I wasn't aware Reggie was a military enthusiast. Was studying engineering. Maybe his interest in this special purpose submarine was from an engineer standpoint. Old man, however, didn't seem bothered in the least by Reggie. I got the feeling I wasn't going to able up with this station. Yeah, it was huge upgrade from its predecessor, but that shape indeed. Living conditions on board were terrible though. I have a keen eye. During World War II, the rifle unit was stationed at a special purpose submarine base here on the island. The old man had undergone training to operate one of those. The submarines were named Yoryu. Boryu, 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 Boryu. These special submarines were designed to destroy enemy aircraft carriers and transport ships. That the extent what I was able to glean of their conversation. They were throwing around so much special terminology that I was completely lost. Makes you keenly aware of the fact that everyone has their own story, doesn't it? So while I did undergo train, I never saw any actual combat. The war ended before that. All the Boryu were confiscated. Well, for one, I'm glad you were never deployed. We may not have had it. That is true. Indeed, we mustn't let something like that occur never. Still, I wish would have taken open ocean, perhaps under different circumstances. If the Ubohoth a purpose for being built, you know? I still feel that way even today. Sound like a romantic. I like the things. Man gaze grew distant for a time. Well, I should be going. Isn't that my back isn't what it should be. Here, thanks for sharing your story. That may have been an unexpected very origin, but it felt as if switch had been flipped. Chance counter with those you'll never see again, even those who can lead to meaningful connect friendship with. Lihat, gua setengah ya. Karena kemarin gue mandi sama karena gue mandi sama Hatsumi ya. Karena kemarin gue mandi sama Hatsumi kayaknya deh. Kemarin gue mandi sama Hatsumi ini nih, aduh. Hatsumi juga kurang satu lagi, ya udahlah. Kenakan orep. Roll. Mampus. Sanity gua turun ya. Akan retreat the old wooden building. Exoded deserted. It was located across the street from a sawmill, which managed the restaurant as well. The only two items on the menu were fresh salmon and fresh olive salmon. Only two choices? Old-fashioned. I'm curious about fresh olive salmon though. I wonder about it. According to the online reviews, it looked like olive juice was into the dough.
そうだね。
I think I will stick with the regular salmon. That seemed to fit you, Kitsune. Aesthetic. He felt like the kind of person who went with the simpler option. If Hatsumi were here, she probably just ordered both. What are you going to get, Kimura? Sama lama lu, gak apa-apa. Oh, it's got a slight green color to it. Green tinged olive salmon was served on the plate, garnished with green onion ginger. Served with only a noodle soup base, dish exuded simple, elegant. With the first bite, a refreshing sensation filled my mouth, continued down my throat. Wow, this is even better than I expected. I've only ever had dried salmon before. the taste is completely different when it's fresh. Unlike regular salmon, this had a more doughy texture, offering a much more satisfyingly firm bite. I thought I'd taste the olive more though. The noodle were certainly delicious, but Reggie was right. Didn't really taste or smell the olive. Right? I figure at least uh be able to smell the olive. I guess. Reggie usually had pretty keen sense of smell. So if he didn't smell it, then I wasn't imagining. Nonetheless, we enjoy our new summon experience and left the restaurant satisfied and yum yum. And last, ya kan ya, udah semua ya. Nah, ini udah. After walking up a windy mountain path from about 10 minutes, they arrive at the summit of Mountain Stone. It said that the shadow on the walls resembled the shape of the cannon. They call the shadow cannon, and it's only visible in evening during the summer. It's said to have been discovered by pilgrim. Natural phenomenon can be quite mysterious, don't you think? I suppose the shadow on the rocky wall didn't sort of resemble a statue. We stopped in front of it. Now, use your power and invite us to your dream. You will likely feel a little tired, but I'll believe in you. Kitsune urged me on without any sort of explanation.
Huh?
Wait, do you know how to do this already? I had no clue. For some reason, though, the image of what I need to came to me. I placed my hand on the wall. When I did, I felt something from within began to gather. Oh, I thought I was imagining it at first, but a moment, gray water started gushing from my hand. It spread almost as if it's the tracing cannon, the shadow cannon.
マジかよ
World. The outline of the shadow cannon began to glow red, the light slowly enveloping three of
さ
us.
て
Now we enter the world of dreams. Brilliant light swallowed us up, and the world disappeared from view. Ah, ini dia. Sudah lama tidak aku melihat ini. When the light faded, I saw a large moon floating overhead. It was the same place I'd seen in my dream. The only thing different than before I was an overwhelming feeling of exhaustion. It felt like I'd been stripped of my strength and a heavy weight now pressed down on me.
大丈夫かい
Are you feeling alright? This must have been what Yukitsune meant when he said it will be a bit tired. Finally entered the yep.
マジかよ
Oh, this is the world of dreams? Rachel looked around, taking in the surroundings before turning to look at me. Huh? A monster? Wah, jadi ini form gua kalau lagi di jadi ini form gua ketika aku lagi di Dream World. I looked down to realize that I'd taken the same strange form I had in my dream. We were in the dreamland. Technically speaking, it is different than the world people inhabit during dreams. It would be more accurate to describe this place as the world on another side of your dream. Great, that's great and all. What the heck is that thing, Kitsune? Reggie stumbled back, now pointing at me.
どうなってんだよ。
I think it's growling at me. I thought outspoken normally, but maybe my voice sounded odd when I was this form. I need to find some way to let Reggie know it was me, so he didn't feel threatened. I couldn't feel a normal muscle in my face, but I tried tracing the corners of my mouth. It's there. Reggie's face had gone pale. Reggie, there is nothing to be afraid of. That is Kira.
はあ
What? Calm your mind and take a closer look. Reggie, when were you going to pay back the 30,000 yen I lent you last month? I'm a little tight right now. Oh, I heard. Oh, I heard it this time. It's really Kimura. That is great. In a dreamland, changing one appearance is a trivial matter. What is important is sensing the true essence beneath. Kalau dipeluk makin 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 si Reggie iya loh tiba-tiba nagih ut. Eh, berarti Reggie punya utang 30.000 yen. Banyak banget tuh 30.000 yen. What is important? Now take a look over there. I turned to look the direction he was pointing. In the distance, ominous-looking group surrounded an altar and was performing some strange ritual. We saw someone lying on the altar. Right in front of them stood another figure like the group's leader. That is the appearance of Ubohoth as a dog in the dream. They are attempting to open the gate.
ふん
That is the Ubohoth. I could also see the rampaging monster from the other day chain up amidst group. Somehow, I somehow got the sense what it was being used as sacrifice. Hey, look at the altar. Reggie was pointing shock, evident in her voice. Tuh kan, tuh kan. Looking closer, I could make out the face of the figure lying there. It was Hotaru.
はあ
Hotaru yang... What is Hotaru doing here? She didn't look to be hurt, nor had she been chained up. I didn't know why but I got the sense she was being treated with extra care. The talk will have to wait, you two. The gate is about to open. We must stop it quickly. Man, I took for the leader raised a staff, and the air in front of him began distort from forming a hole. Soon it began emitting an ominous light. There was no doubt that must be the gate. Opening a gate requires cursed energy. It is not something an ordinary human can accomplish. Their leaders is most likely using something to amplify their own power. We destroy the amplifier. we can prevent the ritual. What sort of thing? I can very much from too close. No, motherfucker. Even as I strain my eyes, the distance blurs the detail. Yet perhaps because of this form and unsettling aura, the leaders ships through a sense of dread that I can't shake. I observe the leader. The distortion in front of him began to grow larger. The gate was going to open soon. Seeing the sinister light leaking from the hole made by my body grow cold and my breath grow more elaborate. Nice. I believe we are still too far away to tell. Let us to get closer look. The member of Ubohoth hadn't noticed us yet, but we need to proceed carefully. Yukitsune lah. Gila. Tuh kalau itu gua, wah udah kelar hidup. Finally, we managed to creep forward and take over behind the large boulder. The cultists didn't seem to have noticed us. Cultists must have been confused on the ritual because they hadn't noticed. So what? Our next move? Let's see, can you make out the leader from here? From our position, I couldn't only see his back. I couldn't tell what he is using to amplify his power. Oh, karakter gue kebalik lagi ya? Bukan yang begitu ya? Very well, we will have to face them head on then. Wait, without a plan? I'm afraid we have no other choice. We will need to defeat the cultists and corner the leader.
Huh?
And what if he used some strange power on us? I can probably handle it. But I'm just a normal guy. We are in a dreamland. I do not think you can die here, or at least your body should not perish.
マジかよ。
That is even scarier. We decide to charge straight in and disturb the ritual.
行こ
Reggie and I will do something about the cultists. We focus on the leader. Damn, alright, let's do this. At the moment, the chain monster walk. Realizing all its pent up rage, it explodes in anger. Tear off its chain. I let out the roar that shook the ground, then raised its arms and began attacking members of the Ubohoth. It rampaged through the cultists like a crazy. However, it soon noticed me and turned to charge. I saw something in the creature's eyes, a sense of urgency that seemed to plead for something. In a moment, I realized where I'd seen that gaze before. It was the same look the prisoner locked beneath Akada Hospital had given me. This monster was Harasho. MC kita punya power up dalam fight. Gitulah. Nih Harasho. Boom, let's go. The feral beast continued charging straight for me, but my words could not reach him. I had no choice. I had no choice but to fight back or be killed. I realized that my body had fundamental changed. Though my flesh was able to shift like water. I could transform my hand into blades for cutting, or become liquid to deflect incoming attack. I understood how to do insta shielding. I felt power surge up, my right arm and through my entire body. Wee! Let's go! Ring, 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 ring! Looking down at my hand, I noticed the silver ring Hotaru had lent me. The ring was filled with memories from both her and her mother. Strangely, I felt encouraging energy from it. Player's willpower has increased. Attack! Please, mother fooder! I tried to transform my arm to something sharp, but it was unable to focus quickly enough. Before I could react, the monster turned its arm into sharply pointed tentacle and pierced my torso. Ow! Ah! The pain was intense. It's like a section of my body had been torn away. Another attack like that and I was done. Please, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tolong, dice. Let's go. My arm turned into liquid, wheeling power onto it. I was able to shape it into a blade. I swung the new appendage with all my might, slicing at the monster. The beast cried out and writhed in pain. However, it soon recovered and launched itself at me once again. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La haula wala quwwata illa billah. Shit. I tried to transform my arm into something hard like steel, but it's unable to focus enough. But before I could react, the monster turned its arm into sharp claw, breaking it across my torso. I collapsed to the ground. Looking down, I saw my body start to crumble. Slowly, it began to break into clumps of gray sludge. I could hear the shout of Reiji and Yukitsune in the distance as my vision grew blurred. But even those grew faint. I felt my consciousness fade from reality, vanishing into eternal dreams. Ya! Mati! Wah, nggak bisa nih. Aku skip ya. Dengerin. Aduh. Mampus. Follow. Describe and power stuff. That's what we need to break.
素晴らしいね。
An absolute observation. Members of the Vexel notice us. Ini sama. Ini Kitsune aja lah. Ini sama, ujung-ujungnya sama. Ujung-ujungnya sama ya, nggak usah gue baca ya.
そうだ。
Nggak bisa nih. Nggak bisa.
素晴ら
Nggak bisa. Mamam. Keren. Let's go. Play swung. Describe in pain. However, recover once again. Mamam. Wangi. My arm turned into liquid, wheeling power into hammer. Brought my hammer arm down on the monster with a powerful swing. It slammed to the ground, jaw crunching, and lay there motionless. The monster grew faint, fading like mist. That had been Harasho. I wondered what had become of him in the real world. I couldn't worry about that right now. I need to find the leader of the Hubosek. Glancing around, I saw him attempting to flee Hotaru's limb. from flung over his shoulder. Not about to let him escape, I charged after him as fast as I could. I knocked him off balance, but as he fell, it looked as though he was trying to protect Hotaru. Now my sharp and appendage caught his right arm, causing him to drop his staff. Without hesitation, I pick it up and slam it down onto the ground. On impact, it smashed into pieces. Having broken the staff, the hole in space, the gate slowly began to shrink. The leader, his right hand injured, kneeled on the ground looking up into Yukitsune's eye. I couldn't understand his expression, but I could feel his groan. I remember your original mission. The leader's body began to slowly fade into mist, at last vanishing completely. Looking around, I realized the monster that had once been Harasho had been disappeared in the same way. The Ubohoth member ceased their attack, looking about confused. Was it fear that their leader had vanished? Hey, my body transparent, what's going on? It's nothing to fear. It's simply the time for us to return. Your body is returning to waking world. The leader we face has likely awakened from his dream as well. Yukitsune and myself were also growing faint. I rushed to Hotaru as she lay on the altar, but even she was starting to fade. I hope she was also on the verge of waking up in the real world. But why had she been here in the first place? The gate should close any moment now. Once that happened, all that will remain is to return to the waking world. The who talking about? Who forgot his original mission? Gak tahu deh. Oh ya, coba aku baca lagi. Kayaknya ke gua deh. Antara ke gua sama Crazy deh kayaknya deh. Yukitsune watch as this distortion in the space continue growing smaller. However, the same instant of this gate still shut. A vicious gray sludge burst out, wrapping around his body. Fearing for his safety, I rushed forward to help. Mysteriously, however, the sludge did not appear to cause him any harm. The last thing I saw before the world faded to nothing was an expression of displeasure on Yukitsune's face. The next thing I saw was the rock face of Mountain Toad. At the same moment, I felt sudden wave of overwhelming fatigue crash down over my whole body. Then a wave of dizziness washed over me and I collapsed to the ground. What? Are you okay? Reggie came running over to help me. Fortunately, I managed to avoid passing out completely.
大丈夫かい
Traveling and form that world while awake with other in Tao requires an enormous amount of energy. If Hatsumi had come with us, there is little chance we would have been able to return. However, there is no danger to your life. Good night's sleep will be sufficient to recover from your fatigue. Judging by the position of the sun, not much time had passed since we first arrived. And while my body was exhausted, I felt strangely refreshed. I wondered if that's simply due to the sense of accomplishment I felt at having prevented the ritual. My utter lack of energy seemed to have put my nausea and hunger pangs to sleep as well. I got worried with you collapsing like that, but as long as I just exhaustion. So you kitchenette, this means we've officially prevent the resurrection of the evil god, right? Yes, I suppose it does. Kimura, curse is broken too. My usual symptoms were gone, and it felt like I was free of the curse. Something did fell off, but that was probably just my exhaustion. I'm glad we all made it back in one piece. Now we can finally mark this case as closed. The sun was behind Yukitsune, so I couldn't make out his expression, but he seemed to be lost in thought.
僕は
I see. So I was. Never mind. Thank you. With the help of your powers, we were able to prevent the evil god's resurrection. You have my gratitude. Yukitsune reached his hand out toward me and spoke in his usual carefree tone. Shall we go home now? Yeah. With Reggie driving, we hurriedly made our way back to Hokumyo Place. Hokumyo Temple. Gak tahu deh. The Kitsune rode with us for a bit. We dropped him off. I still had so much one asked of him, but what we wanted to make it back in time for the Mushokuri Festival. With luck, we would see him again soon. Somehow we made it before festival and grabbed some torches. We're ready to walk the Abu Trace.
もう
It's getting late, so I was starting to worry. You could have at least texted that you were okay. Asumi was upset with us. He was right, but the thought of texting her hadn't even occurred to us. Reggie, Reggie had been driving, and I'd been so exhausted that I ended up lying down in the back seat. Even Yukitsune mine seemed to be somewhere else during the drive. Sorry about that. Yep, I'm back. Ya kita lihat saja nanti. Kalau misalkan kena potis ya sudah. Now that we're back, however, allow me to really deal with the story of my amazing feats. One could even go so far as to say Abu Alan owes it continued is to none other than me. However, whatever you say, you sure you didn't just get in Yukisune's way? He may have been exaggerating a bit as a joke, but the truth was that Reggie really had saved us back there. I wasn't sure if we could have done it without him. That's so. What about you? Are you alright? You look exhausted. Uh huh. I've got a bit of rest in the car, so I was feeling a little bit better. I could handle a little walking. Speaking of which, where's Hotaru? He got super sleepy just before sundown and took a short nap. She should be here soon. Is she resting in her room? Yeah, she wanted to be ready for the walk. I see. A bonfire has been lit. Aduh, salah kan? And the Hakumyo temple grounds were filling with a large number of people. There appeared to be residents and tourists of the area. As we stood among the people, we soon saw Hotaru weaving her way through the crowd toward us. Sorry for the wait. No worries, I've only been waiting for 8 years. Sorry, that a really long wait. The two of them both look a bit embarrassed as they meet each other's gaze. Well, the wait is finally over. Well, the wait is finally over. They clasp hands and press their foreheads together, the flickering bonfire illuminating their face. The Mushokuri festival finally began. The mass of people held their bamboo torches aloft, chanting, a little flame light up the night. The lines of lights weaving through the dimly lit rice field resembled a swarm of. We joined the line and we made our way forward. Night was filled with the sound of rustling rice plants, dripping insects running irrigation wells. Peaceful sound echoing beneath starlit sky seemed to reflect the tranquility of the island itself. Mesmerized by the beautiful scene for me, I lost sight of the other three at some point. It was alright though. If I follow the line of the people, I find them again at the final meeting point. Still, being alone in a place you didn't know was unnerving. Looking around, I spotted a female figure. Reggie seemed captivated by the scenery as well, who was gazing at the torches bobbing between the field. Oh, oh there. This is to the side of the building, isn't it? That sounded a bit strange, but I agreed completely. Dancing light made for mesmerizing sight. This is my first time participating in such an event. This sort of things was not common in the days. It was my first time too, but what was about the old days? Oh, that's right. The island brochure had mentioned this event had only been brought back in recent years. Come to think of it, how did marching through the rice fields with torches get rid of insects? We were fumigating them using smoke or something. Insects infestation are brought about as a result of evil spirits. The torches chase the spirits away. Think of its feral presence or more term. No, it was more like an old-fashioned superstition that anything practical. This cultural event emerged as Buddhism integrated with people reference for nature and its gift. Something was strange about the way Reggie was speaking. Almost sounded like he was a different person. Greatest wisdom in Buddhism lies in making decision and choosing. Reggie suddenly began to sound like a religious teacher. Life is a series of choices that we must make. If we do nothing, we will merely be swept along for the ride. I wish for you to ascertain truth and find the path to follow on your own. Huh? Had he eaten something strange? I has asked him about his behavior, he simply smiled calmly back at me. Aduh, itu bukan Reiji kah? After arriving at the final clearing, I met up with the others. The festival was now officially over. Those who had come slowly began to exhaust their torches and left to go home. You guys are all going to leave soon too, huh? It's too soon. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll come hang out again. When can you back next? It's a bit early. Being a college student, it's busy work. You know, maybe it's next summer. You're only going to visit me once a year? Makes me think of Horihime and Okoboshi. Why who is nggak tahu, kayaknya bapaknya deh, bapaknya itunya deh, yang warlordnya deh, kayak warlordnya deh. Actually, that kinda makes it sound romantic, doesn't it? Come to think of it, the Tanabata festival was coming up. So which of us Orihime, which is Hikoboshi? How about the three of us combined to be Hikoboshi? Hotaru can be Orihime.
マジか。
You make it sound like we were some kind of grotesque yokai. I've had enough of that sort of thing, thanks. Joking aside, we'll definitely come back. We'll hang out, eat, and go shopping. Yeah, I'll be waiting. Hotaru looked a bit lonely as she nodded. It must have been a new moon, because only the stars lit the darkness as we walked back. Torches. Time we spent on the island had certainly been one of a kind. That was the thought that whispered in my heart as a gentle summer breeze caressed my cheek. Oke guys, sekian dulu, sudah 6 days. Hari ke-6. Hari ke-6. Saatnya kita mengakhiri. Tinggal last day paling sejaman. Besok gua live stream. Kalau nggak besok ya, besok lah ya. Langsung kelarin besok. Sorenya aku ini deh. Sorenya atau udah, kalau misalkan besok sore aku mau live stream, kayak besok aku live stream Sleeping Dogs lagi. Malamnya baru sama. So thank you. Aduh. Oke, kita hari ini akhiri dulu untuk Cthulhu, The Isle of the Ubohoth. Sepertinya sudah kebuka semua ya, dan emang musingin sih sebenarnya. Ya, tapi ujung-ujungnya pasti nanti bakal kena plotis. Dan gue udah persiapkan itu kalau misalkan udah kena plotis. Dah, dan thank you yang udah nonton, thank you udah hampir, Arsilian, dan main. Iya, musingin. And jangan lupa like, subscribe, and share ke teman kalian. MK here signing out. Yep. MK here signing out. See you guys soon in the next stream. お疲れ様でした。また会おう。バイバイ。お疲れ様。